we'll go in with all three. The 9mm will be a backup. I mean, you gotta plan it, you know. We gotta plan it better than the other thing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's a film that dives into the mind of alienated youth and touches on subjects like gun accessibility, mental health, and parenting. And tonight you can see the film And Then I Go, featuring a stellar cast led by actor Justin Long. And this morning we're joined by Rebecca Green from Detroit and Carmi Finn of Moms Demand Action. They're both Metro Detroit residents and they're here to talk about the importance of the film. Thank you both so much for joining us. Rebecca, what prompted you to make this film?
I've actually been working on this film since 2010. It's based on a book called Project X by Jim Shepard. And I was really just drawn into the friendship between the two young boys and how they struggle in school with bullying and feeling alienated. And I think that's something that everyone can relate to during that time. And is there a target range? Because obviously we're talking about it and we have someone here from Moms Demand Action, so we're talking about parents. But you know, what type of age for children would be appropriate for a movie like this? I mean, the kids in the film are in junior high, and we had hundreds of kids in that age group that were in the film and talked about it. I think it is appropriate for younger kids. I think watching it with your parents or a teacher is advised so that there can be a really strong conversation afterward about the issues in the film. And what are some of those issues? You know, a lot of it is feeling isolated, how we treat each other, you know, how kids are treating each other, bullying, and also how to ask for help, how to reach out, how to talk to teachers and parents when they're wanting to make sure that you're okay. A lot of kids just shut down. So I think part of it is about, you know, reaching out to others as well. And one of the subjects you guys touch on is accessibility to guns. And you're with Moms Demand Action. Tell us a little bit about the organization and why you're here to talk about this film in particular.
Well, our organization began right after the Sandy Hook shooting, and it was because mothers have a great stake in this issue of gun violence, particularly involving children. So our connection with this film specifically is the easy accessibility of firearms to children and the havoc that creates in unintentional shootings, teenage suicide, and in some cases mass shootings, because those guns generally come from home. And what prompted you to join Moms Demand Action? What was your motivation? My motivation was my children, one of whom is a teacher and one is a law enforcement officer, and my grandchildren, who are all students in public schools. So it's just that you see, I mean, you have a teacher who's dealing with young people, and of course, a law enforcement officer deals with all sorts of people, including children. Right. It's just it's an issue that all parents, I think, have a big concern about. It's keeping our children at any age safe from gun violence. Now, you've seen the movie. What are some of your impressions? I felt that in fact, children at that age can be isolated, they can have social problems, and they look for solutions to those problems. And if there aren't other solutions, they may choose the drastic solution. And that's why it's so important that parents be responsible for the safety of their children by keeping guns secured. All right, and quickly, let's take a look at are there still tickets available to see this movie? Yes, it's going to be screening at Cinema Detroit, which is near Wayne State, and you can buy tickets on their website, or just come and walk up and buy a ticket. And if you can't get it tonight, it's on digital on demand starting next week, April 17th. Yes, thank you so much for joining us, Rebecca Green and Carmi Finn. Thank you, appreciate your time and this powerful message.